Yo, it's official, like a referee with a whistle. Like and share this episode. So we got Fani Willis. I'm sorry. From Los Angeles, California. She moved to Georgia years back. She's a DA in Fulton County, ATL, Georgia, where I used to reside. It appears that they want her to step down as DA. She admitted to having a relationship with this guy right here. He's a prosecutor in Fulton County, and they, based on what they've said, she gave him money, $650,000 for vacation. So I guess you can say the good old Fani when getting her fannies waxed, and we call her Sugar Mama. Some people would call her Sugar Mama. I guess, they've been having way too much fun. But I guess she forgot where she at. This ain't Los Angeles. This is the ATL. Where it's corrupt. It's a lot of double standards down there. And a lot of things you can get away with in LA, you can't get away with in Georgia. I'll tell you that much. So here's what they had to say about this case.
Charge in the indictment is charged with one count of violating Georgia's racketeer, influenced, and corrupt.
Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis is the Georgia prosecutor who has brought charges against former President Donald Trump and a bunch of other people over efforts to overturn the 2020 election in Georgia. Earlier this month, one of the defense attorneys in the case filed a motion that seeks to remove Fani Willis from the case because it alleges that she has been involved in an inappropriate romantic relationship with Nathan Wade, who is a special prosecutor whom she hired to work on this case. While neither Willis nor Wade has addressed the allegations of an improper relationship, last week there was a filing in Wade's divorce case that included credit card records.
So my bad, he's a special prosecutor. He doesn't actually work for the city of Atlanta. My bad.
That showed that appeared to show that he had purchased plane tickets for himself and for Fani Willis to travel to Miami and to San Francisco during the time.
Plane tickets. That's what they got her for. Plane tickets. Wow.
Since he was hired as a special prosecutor in the case. Fulton County Superior Court Judge Scott McAfee has given Willis and her team until February 2nd to respond to the motion. And then he has set a hearing for February 15th, during which he will hear arguments on whether or not Willis should be disqualified.
If the district attorney is disqualified under Georgia law, all the attorneys in her office also are disqualified. So the case comes to a complete halt. And then there's a process where a state agency has to appoint a special prosecutor, which could mean considerable delay. And then that special prosecutor is going to take a fresh look at everything. And that special prosecutor, who's be appointed by our state government, might decide to reduce some of the charges or dismiss some of the charges or dismiss the whole case. But the question is, does she have a personal interest which creates a substantial risk of interfering with her effective representation of the people? And of course, the theory here that she's making decisions to generate money for Wade would obviously suggest that she's making decisions not exclusively in terms of her professional obligations as a prosecutor, but also the more she comes under attack, the more the more it becomes a problem is she making decisions to protect herself, her reputation, her political future, versus making decisions about what's best for the people of Georgia prosecuting the case.
Good old ATL. So she got 22 charges. That's a lot of charges, man. And you know, you remember she and a couple of those other attorneys went after Trump in the past. And you know, my dad used to tell me, don't poke the bear. If you go after the big fish, you better get ready, because they're gonna attack. There's gonna be some retaliation. So she went after, I think it was 14 other attorneys went after Trump during the when Trump was campaigning. Well, I guess he was on the road at the time or whatever. I remember that, and I knew there was gonna be some clapback. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Fani, you know, Fani, yeah, she's getting that Fani wax. You know, she's straight for the stroke. You know, she's a kind of chubby woman or whatever. You know, she ain't, you know, she looked like 20 years ago, maybe she looked better, but she ain't all that bad. I think this is when she was in the church. Yeah, she was in the church. Praying for forgiveness, basically. She gave this speech, and basically she was saying, oh, ain't nobody perfect, and I haven't done everything the right way, but ain't, you know, she went on that. Now, she never said, during her little speech in the church, she never said she didn't do it. She never said they were lying. She just kept saying, oh, I ain't perfect. Everybody do some wrong. I'm a work in progress. That type of speech. You know what I'm saying? So you got to remember, I used to work with women like her type. She's the type that, you know, they'll elevate her in these job positions, and all of a sudden she'll get brand new and start acting like she's better than everybody else. And people that know her, it could be a man or a woman, but in her case, she's a woman. People that know people like her will be like, they'll be looking like, hey, what's up with her? What's up with such and such? So they on some other shit. So we fall back. Us as black people, we got to fall back, because we don't really know what's going on with you. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, she's locking up all the rappers, all the entertainers in Atlanta, wrapping up these crazy charges that we know they ain't doing. We know these people ain't really out there like that. You know, like the rapper, what's the dude name? Young Thug. Young Thug really ain't out in the streets like that, man. But they got him up on RICO charges, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, come on, man. But you know, Fani done a lot of foul shit, man, in Atlanta. And see, we kind of fall back and we be like, hey, I don't know where this person's coming from. And what's going to happen is, at some point, people like her, the white people are going to throw her under the bus, just like they're doing her right now. Now she got 22 charges on her. She have to defend herself now. Just like she lock all them people up, now it's her. And what goes around comes around. And see, let me tell you what's even worse is when it's time for her to got all these charges up on her, she don't got no support. She don't got no backing. Nobody's going to support her. And she's going to end up being by herself. Or, you know, if she's married, she's probably going to end up being divorced. I know the prosecutor that she paid the $650,000, took all on vacation. His wife already, if I'm not mistaken, already filed for a divorce. You know what I'm saying? So if she got a man, or, you know, I don't know if she's married or not, never said. If she got a man, 9 times out of 10, he's gonna be gone too. and you know the whole family gonna be destroyed. This is what usually happens to these types of people that basically sell their soul to the devil, and you know they end up being sick, ill, and broke later. And then the older they get, the uglier they get, and nobody wants to be around them no more because they basically sold their soul to the devil, just like I said. You know what I'm saying? And what was it all about at the end of the day for them? At the end of the day, it was all about being a professional ass kisser. They want to hang with people that really don't care anything for them. But you can't tell them that. You know, you can't tell these types of people that, because it's like in their mind, they hanging with the white folks, and the white folks con them to do all the dirt. And in the end, at some point, they're going to throw them under the bus, and they're going to have 22 charges, or somehow they're going to get fired. And sometimes the stuff that they might get charged for, or they might have said you did, most of the time it's bogus. Most of the time it's the same thing another person would have done in your same position, because you have to understand there's a lot of double standards in America. What one person does is one thing, but the other person might do the same thing. It's a problem. You know what I'm saying? But you have to understand the game and know the game. This is why you have to be true to yourself and never forget where you came from. And she from Los Angeles, but hey, Atlanta, Georgia ain't Los Angeles. It's good old Georgia. So, you know, you have to be true to yourself and understand the game that you're playing. Otherwise, you're gonna end up losing everything. See all that work she put in for all these years, going up that corporate ladder to be a DA, doing all that dirt. Now she's gonna end up losing all that now because they want her to step down. And if she don't step down, they're gonna make her look like a fool. Have her plastered all on in the media, because the media turned against her in Atlanta. The media already turned against her already. I can tell. You know, they're not giving her the benefit of the doubt. They're not acting like she has to prove that she didn't do anything wrong. No, the way they talking, they acting like she did it. Yeah, they because in most cases when the media is on your side, they kind of give you the benefit of the doubt. They start acting like, well, could this has happened like that? Or maybe this might have happened. Maybe that might have happened. They're giving all these F this, F that, and all these different scenarios. With her, no, they ain't giving. They're not even doing that with her. They're not giving no hypotheticals with her. So that's how I know the media turned on her. You know what I'm saying? And then they keep bringing up the Trump case. That's how the second thing that sign that tells me that they turned against her. So like, share this episode. Tell me what you think below. And P.S. and by the way, don't forget to check out my Patreon. If you like this video over there, that's where I go deep into other topics of interest that could probably help you out. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this might be a DA, attorney and prosecutor, but you know, they still getting it in too. At the end of the day, they still human. You know what I'm saying? And they still make mistakes. And you know, either you play or be played. You know what I'm talking about? Till next time, I'm out. Peace.
Alright. Just got the call, it's going down tonight. It's a lot of goodbyes here tonight, but then I saw the sky and that I